everyone, my name is Stella and welcome to my channel. In this channel, I share valuable information for all the immigrants who are living in the UK and for the ones who are coming soon to the UK. In today's video, I'm going to share how to find an accommodation or rent a private property whilst you are in your home country. Before getting into the details of how you can rent a property whilst you're at home country, I will give you a brief on how the system works here in the UK. This video will be mostly focused on Aberdeen since I live here, but this is applicable to most parts of the UK. If you're a student and you're coming to UK, you have two options, which you already know. One is your student accommodation provided by the university, and second is you rent a property here. Renting a property by yourself has many factors to be considered, which I will explain you in detail. Let's start off with the student accommodation. Student accommodation is quite straightforward, that you go to the university website and find an accommodation for yourself. Now, depending on the budget, the room availability, and the preference on how close you want to be to the university, all these factors come in place when you have to pick a room for yourself. So most of the student accommodation provide you shared accommodation or in-suite accommodation. Shared is where you have one bedroom for yourself and you have communal spaces like the dining space, the kitchen and the toilet, which are communal space. When it comes to institute, you have a bedroom which is attached with your bathroom for yourself, and shared communal spaces like dining area and the kitchen area. So your student accommodation would range somewhere between £300 a month to £800 a month, depending on your location, your availability, and the facility that the accommodation provides you. Second, moving on to the private properties. Well, private properties meaning that you don't only pay rent, you also would be paying other bills like electricity, gas, TV license, if that's applicable, Wi-Fi on your own, and if you're not a student, you would be paying additional council tax and water tax. Now, how you can find a rental property? To rent a property, you can either directly contact the landlord, or you have many agents. Most of the properties here in the UK are let by the letting agent. You have very few properties that are let by the landlord themselves. This is not going to affect you in any way because unlike India or any other country that is a similar situation where you try to find a house or rent a property, you find brokers or the middleman or the letting agent who kind of ask for a commission, a percentage of commission where you have to pay, but that's not the case in here. You do not have to pay any commission to the letting agent or the landlord or any middle person who finds you a property to rent in. Let me show you how to find a property to rent while you are in your home country, waiting to board the flight and land in the UK. So there are multiple websites on how you can book your own rental property from your home country. I will quickly show you an example in one of the websites that I've been telling you about. So there are three most commonly used websites, that is Gumtree, Zoopla and spareroom.com. So let me show you an example on how you can book a property for yourself to rent on Zoopla.com. So yeah, so I'm opening the site Zoopla and search. So since you want to rent the property, let's select rent option in here, and let's select Aberdeen City, Aberdeenshire, and then go for search. So here are some of the flats or the houses for rent available already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set some filters in here. Say, since I do not want to walk for too long, I'm going to choose the closest place to my university or my workplace, where I do not have to depend on transport or drive miles away to work or to the uni. And my preference, I'm just selecting. So you have an option where you can choose a studio. So what does a studio apartment means is it's a compact room where you have a space that is dedicated as your bedroom, and the same space you have your kitchenette available as well, and also you have an attached toilet with it. So you have one compact room with kitchenette, your bedroom, and your bathroom. So this is perfect for a working professional, a single person living, or a single student as well. This is a little quite pricey when compared to the shared accommodation, but if you can afford it, this is the best that you can have. So I'm going for 1 BHK, and I'm not going to do any other filters here. I'm just going to select this flat. And you have multiple options, whether you want a garden, you want a balcony. So you have like things that you can choose. These are all the factors that would add on to your price, and the type of the housing. So whether you want a furnished, a partly furnished, or unfurnished. Basically, if you're coming in as a student or you're just starting here, I do not suggest you go with the unfurnished, where you have to go looking for furnitures. So you should go for furnished flats, and then availability depending on how soon you want the property, and then you just say update results. So here you have. So this is a teeny little map which shows you which area you would like your accommodation to be in. You can drag the area, you can expand and play around here and find the best located accommodation. So here's some of the accommodation listed price here. 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom flat is around $850 per month, and this is 5 minutes walk to the Union Street. This is another one, and you have $695, $600, $550, $930. So depending on your budget, your location, and the facility that the flat provides, your prices would increase or decrease. So once you select a property, say you want this one, how do you go about it? So this property is let by the agents. Since you see your agent's information, so if the property is listed by landlord himself or landlord, so if the property is listed by landlord, you would see the landlord's detail and you can directly contact them through WhatsApp. So if you like any properties and you see that it is led by an agent or the landlord himself, you can straight away take the number and message or WhatsApp saying that you are looking for the accommodation, and tell them your dates of. Since you are in your own country and you're not in the UK at the moment, the agents would like you to see the property before letting the lease. Um, Before getting on to the agreement, ideal for you to have a viewing of the property. Now, how do you do while you're in your home country? You can always call the agent and do a WhatsApp video call where he would show you around the house, and once you like the property, you can always get back to them. On the other hand, if you are busy and if the agent is busy and you're not able to get in contact because of the time difference, you could always ask the agents to send you a video of the house, and they will email you the video of the house, and then once you like the property, you can contract with them, get the lease done, and for which you need to provide certain documents like your college application, your CAS letter or your course letter if you're working, your a letter from the university or the letter from your employer, and your ID proof like BRP or your student ID in case if you're a student. And then you're done with the agreements. You might have to give a deposit of 1 month or 2 months in advance, where it will be returned to you once the lease ends or you choose to terminate your lease, depending on the fine printing of your agreement saying that if there is any deduction that's going to happen from your deposit just for the maintenance or any kind of recovery. Please do read the fine lines of the documents before signing off, and that is it. If you're a student, you do not have to pay the council bill. If you're not a student, you have to pay the council tax for the property. Depending on the property and the location, each property has different band of council tax, which you can just check. I will put a note where you have band A, band C, depending on the type of the property, starting from band A being the lowest council tax, and following band B, C, D, and the furthermore goes up high. See, another thing that you need to consider while looking for a flat is something called EPC rating. That is energy performance certificate that will be provided by the landlord or the agents. This is for you to understand how efficient is your energy consumption in the flat. So that really matters, as you will be paying bills based on that. So that is how you can find your own rental property while you're staying in your own country before you land in the UK. If you need more information about this, please leave a comment. I will try to respond to you. I've tried to cover most of the things that is highly necessary on your first rental property. Until then, take care and thanks for watching.